Hello, 8th graders. This is the study guide for Unit 1. I'm going to start with ELR 1.2. This is all about IVs, DVs, and CVs. For this one, there might be a little bit of difference that you might have for some of your control variables, but the other variables should be the same. For number 1, what will happen to the time people get up if I change the amount of sugar that they eat each day? IV is a thing I control, so that would be amount of sugar. The thing that we're measuring is the dependent variable. That's going to be time they get up. Now we need to think of a list of things that we should be keeping the same for every single person so that it is fair as an experiment. So again, there could be a list of 1,000 of these, but I'm just going to name a few that come to my mind. So I'm thinking other food that they might eat. I'm thinking the time they go to bed is pretty important. Go to bed. And I'm also thinking like what they drink. So if they're getting a bunch of coffee, that's not very fair. Anything that could be kept the same, what should be the same? Anything that should be kept the same for all participants is a control variable or a constant variable. For number 2, what is the effect of voltage on the power of an electromagnet? So the thing that I'm controlling is the voltage. And the thing that I'm measuring as a dependent variable is power of magnet. Control variables, just like the last set, are things that should be kept the same. If you're not too familiar with what an electromagnet looks like or is, some wild guesses would be okay, but it's basically a little magnet that only works when you plug it in. So some things that I'm thinking about are, they're built with wires, so type of wire is probably important. I'm thinking the size of the magnet is going to be important. Let's see what else. Type of power source. Or anything else that should be kept the same in order to keep it fair. For number 3, what will happen to the amount of air sickness people get on international flights if the amount of in-flight meals is changed? So that would be amount of meals is what we're changing. And the thing that we're going to measure is amount of air sickness. I don't know how they're going to measure that, but it sounds gross. Sickness. All right, things that we should keep the same. Let's see, turbulence. If the plane is bouncing around for some people but not for others, that's going to be pretty unfair. Time of day, maybe people get more sick at night or in the morning. Let's see, and maybe how crowded the flight is. I think I feel more uncomfortable if it's crowded. How do I word that? Crowded, amount of flight.